Alright, what's up, guys? So, Uncovered has uploaded a video titled Racist Teen Gets the Surprise of Her Life from FBI. Dang, I just seen Racist Teen. I need to start doing that, so at least, like, when I go into these videos, I'm not, like, surprised or shocked, because why is the FBI contacting you? Like, that's, nah, man, that's one of those things where it's like, look, I don't know what you got going on, but, like, me being that parent, if the FBI come knocking on my door for my kid, I'm like, fam, please tell me you're here to hire my kid. Please don't tell me you here to arrest my kid. Like, what's going on? Like, what did you do to where you have the FBI knocking on our door? Yeah, that's some insane stuff, man. But yeah, let's go ahead, get to this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Uncovered. Yeah, let's see why the FBI is knocking on a person's door.
I am so sorry. It was a dumb joke. That wasn't funny, but I didn't realize how really serious it was.
Teenager jokes about blowing up the school on Snapchat. FBI shows up, cops swarm in, and she thinks she's walking away clean.
Yeah, you can't do things like that. Like, that's because it's if it's not, and it that's the thing, it doesn't matter like who it is that it's about. Like, if it's somebody of like fame, or even if it's not, it could just be some random person. You threaten somebody, if it's not your accounts getting shut down, yeah, you are gonna have the police come knocking on your door. That's why it's like, when I see them stories of when people are like threatening the president or something, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, yeah, you don't have to like him, but why are you doing that? I don't like him, but I'm not going to be making threats towards him. That's the most that I'm going to say about Trump. I'm like, I don't like him, but I'm not going to put myself in a situation where now I'm going to be getting arrested and stuff, because, yeah, it's like they look out for things like that. So, yeah, but yeah, then it's like you doing something with a school, and then it's like, yeah, it being 2024, and it's like I'm pretty sure it's a school shooting or something school related and had to go down. So yeah, you making a comment like that, even if it is on Snapchat and it's gonna disappear after 24 hours, still somebody's gonna see that. They're not gonna I guess see that you're joking. Because yeah, I just remember in my middle school, somebody, I don't know if it was a student or somebody, just it had to have been a student, but yeah, they had like something that looked like an explosive device, and they found it on our school. And yeah, our school was panicking. Like, they didn't know what they were gonna do. All I know is that if an explosion had went off, I was like, I'm jumping out of the school bus window and I'm running home. Don't care how far away my home is. And it was far out, but I'm like, I would rather be winded out while I get, by the time I get home, than to be caught in the middle of an explosion. So
On February 5th of 2024, officers in Villa Park, Illinois were notified by the FBI about a threat made against a local high school on Snapchat. Despite her innocent act, the suspect's account had already been flagged for months for racially derogatory comments made against her classmates.
that's crazy.
Hi.
Hi. So, mom's on the phone, just as a courtesy. I know she's got track practice today, so we want to make sure that you guys at the school knew and what you guys want to decide as far as what she's going to do. So, you can explain to them, do you mind?
Okay, so this morning, I made a post to my private story on Snapchat to my
To who?
to my private story on Snapchat. There we go. It was just to two friends, and it just said something about how I hate slow walkers and like something along the lines of shooting up the school, basically. And Snapchat flagged it, and they locked my account. Like, I can't even show you what the post is because I don't have access to my Snapchat account anymore. And yeah,
And then
that's
we
how
got
we're here.
notified from
And she thinks like, oh, it's because it's my two friends. But you have to remember, this is going down. So like, okay, my thing is this. Imagine you're at a house. You don't own this house, but you're at a house. You do something inside that house, and the thing is this: if the owner is gonna, whether they got cameras, whether they are right there next to you, they're going to know something has been done to their house. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna kick you out. They're gonna be like, no, you can't. So that's the thing. You're in, it's one thing if it's just you and that friend, like if you guys are like in a room together, there's nobody, or out in the middle of nowhere, there's nobody around you, then yeah, say what you want to say, do what you want to do. But if it's one of those things where it's like you're saying it on a social media platform where other people have done the same thing, and then see, yeah, Snapchat's probably like, they're not being serious. Next thing you know, it's like they look and see that it's like, oh, FBI, why is the FBI contacted us? They're like, yeah, this person that shot up this school posted on your guys' website before they shot up a school. So yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, you can't take chances with that, but it's like, don't make posts like that on social media. It's like that's something where it's like I don't get why she don't look like she's at a young age to where she don't know. She look like she's at an old enough age to know like about school shootings and the dangers, and people when they post about that type of stuff online can't do things like that.
Yeah, about the snap, because it came back to an IP address, I'm assuming here.
Yeah.
And her living here. But did you snap this at the school?
Yes.
Okay.
This was like during passing period, second period.
Okay. So it was actually not reported by these, I believe it's just from Snapchat to FBI to us.
Yeah, because no one even saw it. Like, because
So-
since there was only 2 people, like, it had not even gotten,
Yeah.
no one could have even screenshotted it to spread it around. Like, it's not like a thing.
And
It was
I
just-
know people are probably asked like, how did she get caught then if it was just her 2 friends? So based off of from what I know, what like my internet expertise and stuff. So like there's keywords that when you put them together, so like if you say I'm shooting up a school and then it's like put together, Snapchat, like they're going to, so it's, they have like a form of technology to where it captures that stuff, and then if they see it together, so yeah, you can, and I guess like it would be different if you're like writing out a story and it's like, hey, there were some I was watching the news and they were talking about a shooting, and so I turned the TV off and I went on to school. Yeah, if it's something like that, then it's like, okay, like Snapchat, they're like, okay, these words wasn't put together to where it's like, oh, I'm shooting up a school. It's like, no, they were telling a story, so like we know that they wasn't shooting up a school. But yeah, you make a comment like that, that stuff, like Snapchat has like technology to where it's like it captures that, you know, you compiling that sentence together, and then it flags it, you know, it's something that gets sent to them, and then they're all like, no, we gotta do something about this, call the cops, and then in that area, and then yeah, let them know like, hey, there's a person at this address that's talking about shooting up the schools, so go handle it. But yeah, it's like a thing where it like it captures like that sentence being compiled up, and then yeah, then that's how Snapchat. But yeah, Snapchat is watching. Like you think like, oh, I'm privately snapping this to my friend or whoever. Like no, they're like somebody that watches that stuff. So
It's a dumb joke.
Your
That's not
profiles.
really
And
Did you get the FBI? Did they give it to you?
do we have the,
I can go check the cabinet, but
yeah. And no weapons in the house, right, Mom?
Mom.
No weapons in the house, no FOIA cards, no history, no arrest, no.
You're 18, right?
Correct.
so that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's
So-
like, man,
And
what
she's
is
got
you
track
doing?
practice today. So
Okay. Well, track
gonna
practice
miss
is
that.
not gonna happen. Okay. I don't need to talk to mommy. You're 18, so.
Okay. Mom.
I'll talk to him. Can I talk to him real quick? I'll talk. I'm Mr. Tate. I'm assistant principal at the school. And so, how you doing, Mom?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So, just in our protocols, just want
Mom's hiding. The mom is 100% hiding her anger, because it's like, what are you thinking making a post like that? It's like, come on now. But it's just, my thing is this, because I know people are gonna probably be all like, oh, she's just a teenager. Teenagers don't know no better. I was a teenager at one point in time. There was friends of mine that were teenagers at one point in time. We ain't never made no comments like that about the school shootings and that. And I feel like back then, like back when I was in school, like you would hear about school shootings, but it wasn't as frequent as it is now. So like that's why I'm like, fam, it's also at a point in time when like the internet wasn't as serious. Like you can say things, do things, post things. Like I talk about that from time to time, like how YouTube was, for an example, back when I was a kid getting into it. And yeah, you would see some things on YouTube, but yeah, it's like, but now, like, it being 2020, I think, yeah, there was like, this video was done in 2024. So like, fam, you can't make posts like that and then think like, oh, okay, like it's gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay.
make sure you understand. Obviously, we have to get this cleared through. It's got to go through the FBI to police, and then everything's got to get cleared through the police before we even can talk about the track or even school. And then we have to get all the information. And I know I heard like somewhat of the story from your daughter, like I was saying something with shooting. We have to actually see what was written, and then we go from there. So I'm going to ask her to keep her at home until it gets all processed out. It might take a day or two. Once we have it processed out, then we'll give you a call and her a call, because police, yes, if she's 18, she gets to make that decisions, but how school board works is they said, you know, you live in your parents' house, so your parents still have the say until you graduate.
Okay.
Because,
Right.
you know, so right now, a lot of stuff's got to get cleared up, Mom, before she can come back to school, just because we don't want to oops.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, Mom, or just so you know right now,
She can get her assignments and all that stuff going on, right? But that's not a problem.
Yeah, we can inform teachers and staff about Google Classroom, and if it goes too long, which I don't think it will, but if it goes way too long, then we generally get her on what's called a VLA program, a Virtual Learning Academy, so that she can do her work from there.
Okay.
Okay?
okay, Mom, just so you're aware right now, I'm gonna take your daughter to the police department, okay? And we're gonna have a conversation there.
Victor 56 status?
I'm sorry?
One more time, Mom.
Where you going?
To the police department.
To the Villa Park Police.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, you should be waiting in the lobby till we're done, okay?
I'm sorry?
He said that you would just have to wait
Make
into
it
the lobby.
make it a
until-
cage unit.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Okay, let's work on putting some shoes on. So
Victor 3, are you able to head to that address for Victor 55 and 57 Southwest Vermont?
Do you need to come in here
Yep,
at all?
I can't leave you alone right now.
Yeah, it's like you making threats. They don't know.
If you have some sort of ID, you can bring that with you, okay?
It's in my car. Can I
Okay.
grab it on the way out?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like that's one thing about social media is that you gotta be careful with what you post. People be thinking like, oh, I can get away with something because I go underneath a different name, or or it's just I'm just joking around. That's the thing. People don't see that type of stuff as jokes. Like I just remember when somebody it was a hater of mine that was threatening my life, and somebody tried to defend them talking about they're just joking. That's the thing though. People don't be like, I don't see it as a joke. I see it as like this person got some serious mental issues if they're willing to publicly post stuff like that. So man, no, I'm like, me personally, I don't see stuff like that as a joke. And I don't know why people would even consider stuff like that as a joke. I'm like, yeah, it's a joke up until it happens to you and then somebody ain't joking around. Then you're like, oh, stuff like this needs to, it needs to be handled. Somebody needs to put a stop to it and things. So that's why I'm like, yeah, people, they gotta stop looking at everything as a joke. At times it's like, no, you're gonna have to be serious on some things. So
Don't worry, hey, I was a teenager too once.
yeah, but it's like I ain't never made
There's
no
no other
comments.
dependent in the house that you're looking over? Just you?
Yeah. Right now it's just me. My brother lives here.
Where's your brother?
Really. He's at my dad's house.
Okay,
My
alright.
parents are separated.
Alright, lock up.
That'd be crazy.
Willis, do you have anything on
Get
you?
that,
No.
get that being a brother, get that call, text, whatever it is. All like, yeah, it's like your sis, she's going to jail real quick, cause yeah, she's out here making crazy
I even
threats.
have pockets.
Okay, alright.
Thank you. This is my car
Yep.
right here, the gray green.
Alright, just go ahead and grab your ID. Alright, Ms. Willis, just so you understand what's gonna happen right now. We're just gonna go to the station to talk. You are not under arrest right now, okay?
Okay.
I have to call the FBI.
Okay.
Obviously, you understand this is up here now.
Yeah,
Okay. So, we're gonna find out what they have to say, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay. I am so sorry. Again, I apologize to these officers, but I should apologize to you as well. It was a dumb joke that wasn't funny, but I didn't realize how really serious it was.
It's like, see, and that's the thing where I'm like, people be paid. Like, look, watch wherever you want to watch. Pay attention to wherever you want to pay attention to. But you also have to pay attention to that other side of the world where it's like, yeah, they talking about school shootings. They're talking about, terrorist threats and acts and stuff where it's like, yeah, it's things like that where it's just, you like right before you make that post, it's like, dang, there's like that person that did that school shooting made a similar post might not be the best idea to make this post. Yeah, hate school. I don't know how many times I tweeted out saying that I ain't like my school, I ain't like my teachers, but it never got to a point if I threatened any of my teachers. It never got to a point where I was gonna say, if anything, I'm like, yeah, I want to Batista bomb my second period teacher or something, But it's something where I'm like, okay, I ain't got that day. I wonder, I don't think, could you go to, I mean, I don't know. If anything, I feel like the cops will probably be laughing at me and stuff. It'd probably be that one cop that's a wrestling fan, and it's be all like, they're like they driving me to the station. I'm just sitting in the back seat. They were like, so did you ever get a chance to watch WrestleMania 21 when Batista went up against Triple H? I'm like, bro, that was a good match. So I don't know. If it's something silly like that, maybe, possibly, but if it's something like where it's going, well, Batista bomb can cause physical harm, but I guess it just depends. Like, maybe it's like, okay, maybe if you say like, oh, I want a Batista bomb my teacher on some pillows or some mats or something, so at least they safe, but they just know what I'm capable of. Yeah, then it's like, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Just don't make no threats, period. So
I believe you. Yeah. You know that now. So we just got to go through the motions here, and then the more the school knows too, the cooperation and all that stuff, the clarity and the transparency, the easier it is for people to move on from, and you get back to the business of getting ready for ISU. All right?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Put on your seatbelt, and I'll meet you at the station right now, okay?
It's good they're not handcuffing her. That's good.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There you go.
She's taken to the local station where an investigator, clearly irritated his time's been wasted, starts questioning her.
And in your own words, what'd you put on there?
It was like I'm a slow walker, but I'm not a snail. I'm so annoyed. Like, everyone's walking so slow. Like, I actually,
she's trying to beat around the bush. It's like, ma'am, just say the part that got you in trouble. That's what they're there for. It's like any and everybody can be talking about them being the slow walker, but what did you say that got you to the point where now you're being investigated by police and FBI and stuff? So
I'm trying to think of the correct wording. I said something like, I'm literally gonna shoot the place up or something.
Well, this is what's gonna happen right now. I'm still waiting for the FBI to call me back. In a minute here, I'll grab your phone and ask you to forward me those emails from Snapchat. I don't know what Snapchat's policy is at all. I'll have to contact them in the appropriate time. Right now is not the time.
He must have just woke up. It must have been a day where he was like, I don't know how that works, like days where they work and days where they get off at days. But if today was his day off, he's like, man, yeah, he just threw on some clothes. He probably was looking in the mirror. He's like, bro, I look like a Best Buy employee right now. But he's like, let me just put on this vest and go interview this girl, see what she, the business is with her. I guarantee I promise you, he had 2.5 Red Bulls after this interview. So he could properly
just
wake up.
You are 18. This is even though you started off at school, this school normally, if you were under the age of 18, you would still be dealing with the school and their process. Now they're still going to happen. They're probably going to wait for me to let them know specific information, and then I'm going to have to screen this with the state's attorney.
Can you explain that?
So the state's attorney is the court system in DuPage.
Mm-hmm.
I have to call them, and I have to explain to them what I have, and then pretty much they will decide, not us, they'll decide if they are going to want to charge you criminally for doing this. Okay? I have no control under that. I don't know what they'll say. To tell you the truth, at this point right now, they're not. I can't even call them right now because I don't have that screenshot. I don't know officially. And I'm being very honest with you. Okay, I don't know until I have that physically to have to show them because they're gonna ask for it. Okay, but that's where you're at right now. Again, At this point, you are not in custody because I don't have evidence. I have what you're saying, which is, your statement, but I have to physically be able to see that Snapchat, and that could take a couple of days. Okay. Now, I appreciate your honesty. You've been very honest with me, and I hope that you feel that I've been very honest with you. I've been trying to explain to you the process. There's multiple possibilities. I don't know what the school's going to do.
The suspect was not charged with terroristic threats, in good faith that she would not repeat her inappropriate behavior. Let us know your thoughts on this video in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more never-before-seen arrest footage.
Probably just kind of giving her a beyond scared straight treatment and stuff, like letting her know, like, hey, can't do that no more, I just, hold on for a second, let me see the comments. There's like, cause I think it just might be a Twitter thing, because let this video have been posted on Twitter, oh yeah, you had people left and right making some old racist comments and stuff, talking about, oh, that's just black people being black people. That's why I'm like, Twitter at times, I'm like, yeah, if this video gets posted on Twitter, you'll see how it goes from like racist teen to racist Twitter users and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like that, which, yeah, a beyond scared straight thing for sure, but this being a video on YouTube, now it's like, if she, let's just say, I guess, like, if she decided to get into the entertainment business, like, let's say she wanted to be a content creator, yeah, let's say she posted a TikTok video that went viral and all that stuff, so it's gonna be something that she's gonna have to answer for. She might not get a whole lot of trouble for it and things, but, or, might not receive no backlash or no hate or anything, but still, there are gonna be people that's gonna question her and be all like, why was you doing that? Like, why was you making racist comments and making terroristic threats and stuff to towards your school? So it's like, yeah, it's things that you gotta like sit down and think about. It's like, might not be best if I post these types of things on the internet, but yeah, anyways, you shouldn't even be discussing it, like, outside, like, even if you're all like, oh, well, can I just say it to my friends, like, even if it's not being posted on it? No, because it's like, it gives people ideas, and then next thing you know, it's like, yeah, you might not go out and do something, but your friend or somebody, they might go out and do something, so, yeah, it's just best, like, leave that type of stuff alone, but anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Uncovered for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.